Good evening. This is Martin here, coming you loud and clear from the live Facebook. So this is the disclaimer. So some of the trades that we talk about in here, as an educational provider, we do trade based on some of the trade idea do we have. So do take note of this. And tonight, let's get on to what's been really pushing what we have seen in the market, right? I think many of you would have known this, would have seen a different market right now, because where we are today, we have the breakout of the big names that we used to have in 2023. And some of you may have think that, hey, is this by coincidence? I'll talk about it. But rest assured, I've been observing the rubber glove sector for some time, especially when it came out on the green pentagon for the healthcare sector. Of course, those of you who've been following you, especially our members, I've talked about it. And also, congratulations for those of you who have gone in together for our weekly trade idea, which was the Supermax trade. So I will probably drill it out for you how we did the Supermax trade before it, but right now it's profit taking, and I think I mentioned already in the Telegram chat, it's time to take profit for this bar. After all, it's been up almost 29 bars. So members, take note of this, and no surprises if you do, time to exit, for the rubber glove stock. But I think there are still some potential rubber glove stock. So let's take a look at what we have for you tonight, and let's not waste too much time and get down to the important of the part of it. So tonight is a time to reassess and relook into back the rubber glove stock. So what's happening in the rubber glove stocks? Can the rubber glove stock go higher on the US tariff on the Chinese glove maker? Right, so let's go down to some of the news in here. Then we're also going to go by chart analysis using Pentagon Guider. When the rubber glove first turned green pentagon, so we'll look at that and also show you how we have entered the Supermax trade, which did came out on the green pentagon, and some of you may have gone in that one. So if there is any more valuable rubber glove stock, where is it? And also give you what I think in the coming months, especially as a summary in there. Now, if you are currently our members, give me a shout out and let me know if you are listening to. And if you are new, also let me know. It's always good that I have some sort of context who are my listener in here. Give me a shout right at the bottom of the comment in here. Now, of course, the year of the dragon, is still going to be a good year. As I said before, I continue to flash this. Hopefully, I'm able to brainwash you to believe that this year is actually a good year. The KLCI, which even beginning in the month of January, we're already up to May, almost 5 months a month, and it is doing what it is really doing. It is still up. The KLCI is up about 8%. We will look into I think 6 to 8%. If I'm not mistaken, for the KLCR, we will look into that and see if there's any more room. We did have a couple of pullbacks, but I do say that right now, the KLCI considered to be one of the best performers so far. If you like what you've seen so far, do share this and give me a thumbs up, as I know some of you are listening. So do take note, back in the 21st of February, right, on the same live FB, I hope that some of you may have attended my talk back on Wednesday, on the 21st of February, which I talk about it, a closer look. That's where I start to think of the underlying, the background where rubber glove was. There were so many kind of bad news that is coming in, but rubber glove was not going lower, which has been down for some time. Take note, back in 2023, 2022, it was down for 2.5 years. And of course, many of you may have some of those stocks with those rubber glove and were considering whether you want to exit or not. But looking at the circumstances, the overall supply of rubber glove due to the COVID scenario in here, and the influx of the Chinese rubber glove maker was also one of the big key things on what we see and where it pans out today, because of the US tariff which came into force as President Biden signed in, is also to protect the American automaker, as the Chinese begin to do a lot of dumping of EV vehicle in China in here. All right. So after, okay, if you look back into this, so let me just bring out this chart here that you see. All right, and I'm going to turn it out. So when the first time I was talking about it was 21st here. All right, this was the 21st, right? And so I'm just going to highlight it in here so you all can watch it too, right? And so that was when after 21st of February, okay, the healthcare, okay, this is just one example, all the glove, right, the rubber glove, okay, actually drifted lower, okay, for almost 15 bars, all right, and that is, all right, but that's fine because the volume was a bit low when it was drifting down 15 bars, and then it built a base, okay, it built a base for 15 bar, it lowered, then it started to build a base. Let me just move this a bit higher. All right, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing here. Okay, so it started to build a base, as you can see from here, and that was the so-called sign. You can see at the same time, you were seeing a lot of what? Second one is that after. Okay, so this is a context after down. Okay, for 15 bars. Okay, 15 bars. Okay, market started to accumulate. Okay, and this is where you start to see a lot of SOS. Okay, sign of strength. That's very important. All right, this is something on the tutorial that I talk about in here. And what can you see here? All right, so you can see here we can see test, line change, test, line change, no supply. Okay, no supply was a good one in here. You can see no supply is an advanced trade. I think we covered that in one of our Monday training. If you're not a member yet, this is one of the great bonus you're able to sign in and out. But of course, I also want to clarify after 21st. Okay, let me just close this. This is 21st here. 21st of February will be here. Okay, so after 21st, you can also see the KLCI market also went down. All right. So, you know, when the main index go down, everything also follow lah. All right. See main index, and then here you can see it started to build a base. Okay. And finally KLCI broke out this date. What date was this? Okay. 23rd of March. They broke out on the 29th of March. Okay. So like it or not, in many ways, the rubber gloves still have to follow the parent index here. So here, as I said before, you got test, line change, another NS, two NS is noticed, and this NS is higher than this NS. That is also indication of sign. So there were a lot of tests. So this was a test, and remember NS, no supply, is another variant of test. As the market started to test it in here, it couldn't go lower. And no surprises. So some people think about this tariff in here, right? But at the same time, later I'm going to show you, there were a lot of bad news coming up. And also the takeout of this uptrust, okay, which is this one, and this one, that denote strength. Now, of course, a lot of people like to buy now, okay, because the market has gone up 31% on widespread bar. Okay, let me just tape this down, right? I cannot emphasize again, a lot of people like to buy widespread bar when the coast is clear. When everything is so clear, it gone up by 30%. What generally happened after market has mocked up by 31% and on a very high volume? What generally happened? All right, the audience in here, say something, okay? So if you are listening tonight, what would you see when you see a widespread bar and then you get high volume, like what you're seeing? What would happen next? This is a what? A sign of what? Everybody, right? Those of you listening, what is this sign? This is a sign of distribution. Okay? Distributing, selling under good news. That's right. Cool. Thank you for sharing. So that's why I already told the members for the Supermax trade, the weekly trade, right? It's time to take profit. Okay, time to take profit. Right? Because later on you will also share with you one news that the Malaysian Association of Rubber Glove mentioned also that the effective of the rubber glove will only come in year 2026. So if you look in terms of the logic behind it, 2026, now it's only 2024, widespread, but what's going to happen? Market will come back down, but it's not going to come back down to this level at the accumulation because smart money already accumulated, push it up and start to sell. Okay, and I think if you've been a follower of the smart money, you will know that what we've seen so far, right, is more to come. So it's going to be a trading. So having said that, so remark, so I'm going to put here therefore, okay, I can't put a triangle dot, can I? Maybe can I do this? Okay, so rubber glove stock will be good for trading short term. Okay, so one of the things that I do hope that going forward I use this format to share with you, to teach with you, then you're able to learn from here onwards. Okay, so you can see rubber glove will be good for trading short term. It's not something you want to hold long term. If you are a follower of our stock trading, which I'll share with you later on here, you could also see in here that our members .com/scoreboard, okay, our members are doing very, very well. Okay, yep, it's coming. Yep, you can see here our top 3 members is 34%. Cool, which is also listening, is 28%. Mayfun is 26. I'm not far behind. James, who is also with us, James Chu, right, is at 22%. I'm at 15%. Right, I was about 11, and then I closed the Supermax trade today, so there was a 4% in here. Later on, I'll just share with you where I am right now, looking at the competition here, going to the CV3 here. All right. Now, one of the things that we do in Trade VSA together with our members, we try to showcase and do the virtual trade for them. So you can see in real time when we go in, when we exit, so you can follow it very well. So you can see from this trade, I still have this one, I'll keep it later. Then I look at the history. I've just cleared the Supermax, went in 2 weeks ago, exited just 2 hours ago with a profit of 2,574 ringgit, which is 25%, but also cut loss on Salcon. Senso was also good, another 1,100, so 11% return. Panda was a terrible trade. Huatai was a terrible trade. Leong Hub also cut. I think SCGM we made 8% in here. So overall it's not too bad lah. Hopefully it can be better. Okay, but let's get on to where we are for this talk. So from the top glove, let's go back to here, right? So this is what we are seeing in here. So here gives a very scenario. Wow, what happened here, right? If you see here was still bad news. Okay, bad news. All right, bad news. And you gotta love the bad news, right? Bad news, what happens? Okay, smart money accumulate. Okay, they accumulate under the disguise of bad news. Smart money will accumulate. Okay, so if you are listening and you are new into this, take a picture of this and learn this. So you'll learn the what we call the campaign, the smart money campaign, how they accumulate, how they get here. Because going forward, tomorrow, next week, right, and the months to come, study the rubber glove stock. The more you study, the more money you're going to be making, right? At the same time, if you look at the KLCI, which is the future in here, and of course, those of you who've been following, you will notice it has to take out this upthrust. Right now, if you don't have this chart, make sure you use the SmartRobie chart or you subscribe to it. You have this. Once it take out this break higher, it will come. It will come. But tonight, I'm not going to cover the US side. I'll probably do it on Friday morning. Okay. Yeah, gold ball. That's right. Cool. Finally, we got some gold ball. Better than gold ball. This one. This one is double gold ball. 25% return. Very nice. Right. I hope everybody also get. I think Cool you also got, right? Let me see. Cool. Let's see. You other. Let's look at the leaderboard. Cool is number 2. You bought YBS. Okay. Did you buy Carex or you close there? Borneo Aqua. Oh, you bought Carex early on. Or you tada beli this one. Maybe Sudah load up. But you got Notion VTech. Very good, right? Yeah. You got Supermax earlier there. You made about 1,000 plus. So very good. Okay. So these are some of those of you know. These are some of my students who are listening now. Right, and they are doing fairly well and able to come in on this trade. Now, just now I was talking about the KLCR where it is. So as you can see, the market is lifting higher, and this is one of the things that we do like. Let me just draw this here for you. Okay, I get my pen here. All right, and this is what we call. Hey, it's not coming out. Wonder why. Here, okay, so you can see here, this is like a cup and handle, okay, a cup and handle. Okay, so let me just bring this again. So this is a cup and handle. All right, so cup and handle can be, I think I make this one bigger. Cup and handle. So this is a cup. Once you break out, you'll see the handle. Okay, so after breakout, after cup and handle here. So this is a cup and handle in here. This one, expect pullback. Okay, so I think tomorrow is Thursday. So all the rubber glove will pull back in 2 to 3 bars from now. Okay, it's not a time to buy yet. See the pullback lah. How bad is a pullback depending on the news that you're getting it. So if the news is pretty good, it will pull back a little bit, but smart money will intend to sell off. Right. The only thing I fear the most, okay, is a 2-bar reversal. 2-bar reversal. It reverse back down. That is the fearful. Okay. If you reverse back down, not so good. So take note of that. You don't want to have a 2-bar reversal. Right. Meaning you don't know what I mean, right? So let me just show you what I mean. You got this bar. Okay. Let me see. I can draw this. Okay. So you got one up. Okay, which is this bar here, and then the next one come down. This is a scary one. 2-bar reversal. You don't want that to happen. All right, take a picture of this before we move on to the next one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I'm just going to erase this again. So this is where we are. So you can see I just explained this. The KLCI is down too. So right now, as I said before, the whole theme about tonight is take profit and count your money. Because trading like a business means you knowing when to take profit is important, right? As much as you want to run it. But the silly one are the one who buying now. All right. If you are buying now, then you have to ask your question. Why are you buying now? What is the rationale behind buying rubber glove now? Wait for the pullback. Be a smart trader, right? Like one of the posts that we have on the Facebook, VSA meet smart trading, and that's going to be you. All right. So take profit. Let's take a look at the seasonality of the KLCI. Again, we will lock into the VSA 360. Now, if you have not VSA used 360, I think this is the best time to subscribe to the system. If you have not done so, right? Yeah, it's already 9%. You can see here, right? 9% year to date. And it's very impressive. If you look into why 2016, okay, let me just bring this up again now. You see 2016, okay, let me just move this, okay, just here. See 2016 minus, only 2017, no, we have a positive year, negative, negative, negative. So this is the first time our market really turned, no? 9%, all right. Now, later on, I'm going to share with you another slide. I think many of you have seen it before. Is the analyst anticipation. I didn't expect the market can go up to 9%, right? Which is S&P 500 is only 13%. So what is the big underlying that drives our market in here? Okay, I think partly also you can see the market been following a fair bit, right? Many people may not know foreign funds are coming in. Okay, that's for certain. But the recent drive by the 10th Prime Minister about the venture capital, I think that is also another telltale. I'm trying to figure out, comparing back to the 2016, 2017, 2018. We all know the 2020 to 2022 were all COVID driven. Okay, 2023 was a year of the rebound back. Okay, but our country did not. We've seen the tech stocks in here. What makes it very special for 2024 is also the start of a lot of the construction project. Plantation has done pretty well. The construction sector, the property sectors, those are turning back. Now, of course, if you are a typical layman, you may not feel that the prices are in here, but take a look at those stocks. Use a SmartRobie if you are not willing to, put in more investment. But those of you who wanted to notch one level up, our VSA 360 premium membership plus our weekly stock trade either, I think will give you the kind of return and consistency that we are talking about in here. All right. So this is where we are with a 9% return. That's very, very impressive. Okay. If you do agree with me, give me a thumbs up in here, and that's what I'm looking for. Okay. So it's one of the best here. Now on the analyst side, this is the one I'm going to talk about here. Is everyone is looking into, now we are 160, average is about 1621, which is about 11% if it takes all of the analysts. Some is 1610. We only 5 months only, we got still another 7 months to go. The highest is 1755, which is from CGS, a 20% return. Lowest, we already bypassed it, MWS. But you never know, what would derail this market. So this is our KLCI side, as I said before. What we are looking for, let me just erase this, is the breakout of this level here. So you can see here, this is what we call the early stage 3. Okay, the early stage 3 here. So we are waiting, right, whether there is going to be a wash like a spring testing back to 1560, or it's going to break out nicely here, right? Very, very uncommon that the market been up for almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 bars, 16 days in a row. Okay, volume is still coming in here, so you just need to wait for this breakout in here. This pullback, a little bit of follow through, it's okay. So we got sign of strength here, okay, which we did see similarly just now for the rubber glove. The longer it accumulates, the better. So let's say the market range bound for until early or mid-June, like here, sideways, then likely will close very high. But if you go up too fast, also come down too fast one. Take note. Remember we saw the 2 month plus accumulation for the top glove stock. Those are the kind of pattern you want to be looking for. All right, supported at 16 or so. So that will build the strong foundation for KLCI to mark up higher. All right, so that is important. Let me just erase this, okay. So where is the foreign funds inflow? All right, again, we will look at the VSA 360 here. So for the foreign funds, very, very good. Okay, let me just bring this up again. So you can see from here, the foreign funds, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 days in a row. Well, that explains that, right? If you have them selling, it'll go down one. All right, this one you all know lah. Okay, so 1 day selling in here. So if the market were to go higher, you need to have more buying. But 10 days in a row, okay, let me just make a comment here. We have 10 consecutive days of inflow foreign, right, can lead back to outflow. Okay, unless we're seeing a period of very, very uncommon, where we see the continual movement of the KLCI, which is possible, as I said before, due to the recent private equity launch, right? So with the private equity launch, many of these companies were doing, but also utility has done pretty well. I think YTL, that would also show the improvement on the corporate earnings that is coming back to. One stock was also Mega First, MFCB, which I got also for some of the clients in here, and they have done pretty well moving up in. Okay, so this is where we are. Any question from the audience? If you have any questions, pencil those in. All right. So let's take a look a little bit of history of the rubber glove stocks from where we were. Now, if you look back in December, okay, in December, this was the marking of it, right? In December, that's where you can see turn bearish. All right. So when you have this kind of bad news and also rising costs, that was in February, lost steam, people lose. That's where I started to say, hey, on bad news, okay, now Tom said it well, right? When market, okay, rises on bad news, something or someone is accumulating. Now this is from the great late Tom Williams, the father of VSA. Okay, so when he says this, we have to pay attention. Okay, can make bigger. I think this one okay lah. Okay, so when the market rise on bad news, certainly someone is accumulating, and that's what actually caught my attention when I first started with this. So you can see the rubber glove. So that's why I came out the talk on 21st of February. I know something is coming out. I don't know about the tariff. You know, the US and the China has been ongoing with the tariff war going back to 2018. That's right, 2018, when the market was down, and it's still ongoing. All right. I think at the end, some country benefited. Definitely Malaysia benefited from the semiconductors that we've seen so far, but the market adapted to it, right? So again, bad news is an investor best friend. So I think one of the key lessons you want to learn here is learn to appreciate bad news, right? Now, if you are a beginner and you have very little experience, this will be difficult. So sometimes the community who you hang out with, it's important. We here at Trade VSA and also on our Telegram channel, do subscribe to our Telegram channel. Our job is to educate you and to front with you. Fear is just another state of mind. But if you do what is necessary to overcome your weakness as an investor or trader, accepting bad news is part and parcel of your everyday thing, everyday lesson, then it's good. It took me a long while to learn this too. So it doesn't come naturally. Because when we first started, we must always see bad news is something that we try to avoid. Yeah, especially if you're in the corporate world. But when it comes to becoming an investor, we have to turn things inside out. So listening to some of my talk over time and using the VSA with the SmartRobie will definitely help you in the long run in here. Appreciate bad news, right? As I said before, those are the bad news. Now it's good news, right? Good news. Guess what? You got to do the other thing round, right? Don't only say good news, start to buy, right? And then you die lah. Early on already said, those of you came in, time to cabut. Now you can say Supermax likely taken over as it posts another loss-making quarter. Okay? Yep. And the Chinese were dominant. You know, they were only, according to a report on The Edge, they said that they are only $2 cheaper only per 1,000 glove lah, which is not a lot. But now with the 20% tariff, I don't think it's a lot also, right? Depending, let's see, on $18, $2 divided by 18, which is 11% now. All right, they are 11%, no, 11 to 15% cheaper than Malaysia lah, the Chinese rubber glove. So now on top of it, 20, okay, so to make them not so competitive lah. Then put Malaysia in a thing. But the caveat is, this won't come in into 2026. Oh yeah, cool, you troubled too early for Supermax. But it's okay. Right? I think the whole point is that you come to an environment where there were many gold ball. I think that's important. I think lack of opportunity is a key concern for many investor and trader now. Yeah? You want to, create an income stream for yourself, for your family, but the lack of opportunity is what stops and blind people from seeing the truth of it. They see things as, oh, I cut loss, no good, right? But those of you who are with us in our membership, my teaching and my sharing with you is to see the trading game, which is the Pony Express, the virtual trading game that we talk about, as a cycle of opportunity. Got good, got bad. But overall, there will be more good one. And of course, Supermax is definitely one of the gold ball. All right. And part and parcel what I've talked about here is to ensure and grind into you, not the daily psychology, which I always talk about in here. The more that you know about, the good news, bad news, looking at chart, you can pretty much decide from them. All right. Yeah. Hello, Vizi. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So if you look at Supermax, that news came out on the 20th. Okay, now let's go back to here. Just now I think I've shared with you earlier on, but I'll revise this again. Delays. So 21st was somewhere around here. Okay, this was 21st. I gotta delete this again. Okay, this was 21st of February. So after 21st of February, right, 20th of February, market dropped because the news was 20th, right? So when that news came out on bad news, I felt that, hey, this market can still go down. But again, turn next, what we have? We have green pentagon, right, which is turning in mid-March, okay? So mid-March. So make sure you get the green pentagon, right? Supermax turn green pentagon. But we didn't go in until here lah. Alright, we didn't go until here. This is where our trade is, which is the 29. Okay, for our weekly stock trade idea, okay, Supermax given on 29 of April. Yes, April. Okay. So we knew the market was breaking up because what I've talked behind, you can see from here, there were this so-called stage 1 accumulation. Stage 1 accumulation, market accumulation, So the stage 1 market accumulation. Hello Nora, good for you to come. So let's get in. So we have the stage 1 market accumulation, and you can see the sort of test line change. Market broke out. Yeah, there was a wash too. That's why you have the double bottom in here, right? And it gone down to minus 12% for the year, and then one trade already up 14% for the year. So the market can turn very easily. All right. So this is bottom up in March, but we did see this stage 1 reaccumulation. Okay, so then next we want to look at, we'll look at that one. Okay, so on May, early May, analysts start to talk back about the recovery of rubber glove stock. So you go back to May, was somewhere around here. After the market started to run, then they talk about punter, because only the small cap stock, right? Not before this lah. Okay, so you can see May, bring it back. All right, around here, news came out already. So the reason why I want to give you a scenario is, if you follow news, you need to confirm with charts. Okay, let me just let me make it bigger for you. If you follow news, you must learn how to read the chart. Okay, this is important. That's why we do the chart by chart analysis. All right, we do the chart by chart analysis, then you're able to see it, right? Because news is something that we cannot run away lah. Let's put it that way. Because if you don't look at the news, your friend will tell you, or your reminder will tell you, or they'll send you an email about certain news. And if you have that stock, depending on how close you are the stock, you tend to be a bit more attached to it. So learn how to read the chart. Like tonight, what I do, I share with you in here in this short 1 hour session. Hope you learn more. But of course, if you want to learn more, do join our premium membership, which is our Monday weekly. And I always say to our members, you already invested time and money. Follow those weekly trade idea. Okay, so far it's been up pretty well. I think March we were up 11%, and then April we are up 4%. Okay, but of course some of our members who are listening here are even better, right? And if you got the chance to join our thing, then you can learn from each other, right? All I can tell you is practice make perfect, and that's really our motto: follow, trade, and practice. Okay, follow, trade, and practice. You will not become a super VSA trader overnight. It takes time. That's why we are here. The community is here. Okay. So then this is the news. Okay, this was the news that came out, and this was today. You'll notice the timestamp. Okay, let me just delete. So the timestamp here. Okay. And this news also talk about the effectiveness of the US tariff. Usually they give a plenty of warning lah. Not like overnight. They will tell you, oh, go up by 20%. The cost. It's 2026, 2 years from now. So with that chart going up straight, time to take profit, isn't it? All right. So the timestamp in here, and they also emphasize, all right, they emphasize what? Did they emphasize? No immediate gain from Malaysia Association of Rubber Glove Maker, Magam. Okay, it's a good thing. I have to say it's a good thing. So read that one from the edge, and then you will decide. Right. So here is the key thing which I talk about when it comes to value. Over expensive. I would think so. Right now, it become over expensive. The PE has definitely gone up by 30% since the stock gone up, right? I don't think they will in short term selling higher, but remember the stock market is always anticipation. But on top of that, combining the value investing with what I've said before, the ultra spread bar, the distribution that we see for Top Glove, Kosan, Hatalega, they'll be the same. We all got a chance to look into this. All right, so let's look at those stocks that we see, the Hatalega, Top Glove, and Supermax. Okay, so we done the Top Glove and Supermax. Let's look at Hatalega. And this side I'll put Kosan. So Hatta is up 29%, Kosan is up 15%, okay? But Kosan has been up since here, right? There was a green pentagon, came back down, same very similar one also, right? Hatta was up from 277 to 382, right? Yeah, Maga is not Magam. Okay, so here again, the takeout. But if you look back in terms, this is very interesting. Okay. So let me just delete this. Right, you have this string of upthrust. Okay, here you can see very clearly, right? This string of upthrust. But there was a takeout of the upthrust. Right, you can see, right? This was a takeout of the upthrust, and this was a takeout of that upthrust. That is showing, right? Sign of strength is coming in. Sign of strength is coming in. Because we don't want to talk about today's bar. Today's bar is already a given thing, right? But the ability, right, to read and predict why we see this bar is important. You can see that the takeout of the upthrust between the horizontal line that we draw here, this bar here, right? And let me just delete this. And then you'll see, I don't delete the wrong one. Okay, you can see take out this bar. There you go. Take out this bar, which means it closed higher. That means strength is coming in. And that's before this bar in here. Right. So 1, 2, 3, no surprises. This is where the opportunity. And it's also important. If you are buying and hold, okay, you still have the legacy from the past trade. You wouldn't have chance to buy stock like this. So that's why we talk about here is purely short-term trading. And I want to give you an idea that when you trade in and out, like what we usually do in our stock trading here, right? Let me show you to you here, right? This is the ongoing trade. So you can see from here, since March the 3rd, this is something that we do every Wednesday, just show with you in here, up 15%, okay? And we have done 16 trades, okay? You can see here, so these are the top winners, 25%, 14%, 14%. Of course, you can sort the other way around. We have one, Panda, we lost 8%, Southcorn, we lost 6%, Huatai, we lost 4.2%, the rest are all smaller ones. All right, so that gives me a win rate of 50%. But if I win, average win is about 1,002, I lose is 1,000. Drawdown is only 2%. Right, biggest loss was $800. Biggest win so far was Supermax, which is the trade we just closed tonight in here. Oh, hi Yi, good to see you. So this is ongoing trade. We still have Sign Property, which is still up 5%. Those are the two trades we added on Monday. Let's see YBS and Fajar, how well we're done. And then come to monthly return was close to 12%, 4.8, May 1.7. Let's see. And it comes to equity curve, you can see starting from 50,000 onwards. The Supermax was a good one. So every time we have a big win, you can see the equity curve, which is your chart shoot straight up. And this is the principle how we trade and share with the members. And then Yi talk about it, overtake the uptrust, which is very, very powerful trade. So we up at 15% in here. So just now we were looking at the Kosan. You can see they are pretty similar in here. So then the next question is, Martin, how about any rubber glove stock hasn't run yet? Where can I look for it? Can, but you need a tool like VSA 360. So the tools that we use to find out stock that has not moved out, all right, so we will go to the screener, we will look at the KL sector, and of course we'll look for rubber glove. Okay, so we click here, we look for healthcare, we click submit. So we'll key in -5 and 5, and then you will see top glove, right? Or Avanta, okay? Let's take a look at Avanta, and you just need to mouse away and see those breakout. Hata also breakout, Care Plus also breakout, Supermax, Healthcare, Suma breakout, LKL, okay? ScoreNet is healthcare equipment. LKL, they make the bed frame one, I think. Today up 11%. ScoreNet didn't go much. UMC didn't go much, okay? Then KPJ, okay? These are, no, we gotta look for rubber glove lah, huh? Healthcare provider, okay? Healthcare equipment and services. So all already run. What does that mean? It means that you need to wait for the pullback. And important to understand the pullback again, something that we also teach to our members, how to look for those and find those pullback trade. And of course, if you just do the regular trading like what we do on our weekly Monday, the Pony Express, trades like Supermax will be shared with the members. Will be shared with the members. So what we are seeing right now is, as I said before, there are a lot of trades already run up already, okay? And I think it's time to take profit lah, right? There isn't much unless you're looking different industry. You can see from here ScoreNet, right, which is a different industry here, posing very nice, right? You got the R1, S1, which is here, the resistance. Now it's giving 1.75. This is actually a pretty good trade for ScoreNet. Okay, positive cash flows, very low gearing. What do they do? Or they make jumper cable, electronics. Oh, but interesting for them to group them under healthcare. No, lots of internal buying too. EPF is buying. Yeah, a lot of EPF is buying here. Selling also. EPF is trading these stocks. Interesting. Okay, so weekly trade idea was the one that we talked about it. We have seen the rubber glove all already run. But if you notice, many of the stocks that we talk about in here, they were a time where the green pentagon. See here, green pentagon, Care Plus, also green pentagon, 29. Supermax also on the 29. Hexcare also on the 29. Right, they all move in tandem. So make sure you get hold of the industrial screener, like what you see here on the VSA 360. Okay, so as a summary, lots of uncertainty ahead. As I said before, time to take some profit. For those members who have not taken profit on Supermax or whatever the case is, or you held it a long time, do so. Right? If you don't do it, then what's the point of learning all this? Myself, just hang on. The old peak that we had back in 2022, unlikely to be retained in future, and rubber glove to me are short-term trading, right? And the goal here is try to run your trades, take profit, and seek the single-digit return per month with a stock trade idea that we share with, right? One of the benefits for the members, I've shared the weekly video podcast both for the US market and the KLSE market, and our CV3 continue, right? You can see where just now I just shared with the trade that we have, and Yi, who is also listening, previously at 19%, now at 33%. I think the key thing is able to hold on to the lead. A lot of people, make the money then drop back down. So one of the things I teach our members is that when you have the lead, do risk management. Make sure you maintain the lead, right? You don't get to the top leaderboard for being there as an accident. All right, our members doing so. You can also check out the Pentagon Guided Monthly Performance Guide on our website. It's a blog article. The point is to share with you how we do it bar by bar, trade by trade. Yeah, so you can also learn in that way too. Why our members performing, which is very proud, and introduction of the turtle trader model, based on the turtle trader that we have in US. We hope to replicate our own Malaysian turtle trader. So be our model, like we seen before, Sukumaran Mayfan, James, which was from last year, March 2020. It's only been a year and still gaining on that one. Well done, our members. So I do hope that you all invested your time well and your investment well too, because it pays a good interest. So that's all I have for tonight. What else? Okay, if you want me to look at any stocks, do let me know. All right, I think I cover pretty well of the rubber glove stock. It is still a trading platform. Look it from a chart by chart basis, right? Don't so much just like want to hold on, right? There will be more opportunity for it. I think more important is stick to see those opportunities. Join our Telegram chat room if you have not done so, and share that in your group. So that's all I have. I want to keep it neat and snappy for the rubber glove stock update. All right, take your profit if you have not done so. All right, good night.